understand why we're in such a rush to replace all of...
Oh, teeny indeed. Let's see whether things work today or not. We freshly showered and for the first time in days because I've been knocked out on my bum a bit. Ooh! Thank you for the cheers. It is also funny that on Twitch itself it really looks, you know, flashy with, you know, the animations, and on my restream I think it looks boring. So boo, restream. It's gonna be a bit darker today, the first part of the sketching whatever thing, because I'm going to be using my LED board because I could sketch everything from scratch again, but work smarter, not harder. I am lean black belt for a reason. Those who followed, when was it? Tuesday? They could, you know, I started noodling on the design. Is it loud or not an issue? Let's see whether I can do it. Is this one an improvement? Awesome. On occasion you need to reboot your laptop and then things get reset once in a while. I know, work in IT, I should reboot more often, but I don't do it that often enough, so. Anyhow, last Tuesday I was doing noodling on this one, and there were some elements that I went like, you know, let's keep those ones. I am tech support, that is part of the issue. So Zero we want to keep, Pumpkin Skeleton, and Spiral Hill. I wasn't really sure how I was going to do the background fully beyond the point that I wanted to keep that one there. And Sally I wasn't really sure how I was going to do with her neither. So, despite COVID and shizzle, I managed to get this one turned into this one. I am tired mostly, to be quite honest. The colleague who has infected us is really knocked out. I was really kicked on my arse as well. That in the combination and a very stressful project just made my body just go like, nope. Tired and a headache mostly, and my voice tends to break up once in a while, but you know, that's just... And if you hear heavy breathing, it's COVID related, not anything that's not safe for work, whatever. I was going to... Yes, I wasn't happy with the background because, you know, it makes no sense to have like that kind of bench in the front and just nothing behind. You don't have those boots out in the open, so a window behind there, curtains, which I need to figure out a nice color for, or a pattern. But Spiral Hill in the background still, which is seems more fun. And Sally carving a pumpkin. So with a knife like that, I'm not sure whether he's looks skeptical or a bit more scared, but we'll see what gives. talking further on how I feel today, I have realized that, you know, I've been sleeping and doing basic stuff the past days, and I forgot to take showers and stuff because I've just been like locked out. Eat, sleep, repeat, kind of. So that's fun. Both of these ones are, for those who follow afterwards, are just on simple photocopier paper, Xerox paper. Not worth saving, really. Because it's a cheap way to sketch on things, mainly if you sketch like I do and go through lots of paper. How to get that one from this one to like ASMR. If you use a light tablet, you know, these ones are currently quite cheap. When I bought it, this one is like, I think, almost 10 years old by now. Then, you know, I'm not going to re-sketch everything from scratch because that would be silly. No. You bring offerings of candy bars. So I'm going to trace this one onto the paper first, and then we can start coloring and figure out the curtains. You know, part of the entirety of what we're doing right now is also, you know, honesty and openness with whatever gets done. And I know some people find this one controversial. I don't understand why. Because it's an industry standard. Same as with tracing paper, because it's easy to put figures on tracing paper and then put them on, and so you can puzzle and whatnot. Limpy has arrived. Yeah, that's what you said, not me. Meanwhile, I'm trying to get it in on screen well enough so that
it's visible on the screen now.
Yeah, I know. But not just that one. I need to put a little marker on there, and I'm going to tape it so that it doesn't move. Tape! When in doubt, go tape.
These ones are like
Bounty?
Bounty like, and they come without paper.
Awesome.
Oh wow.
I think Skadi agrees.
Excellent, Kawaii. Ah, anyway.
Tape! Why do I tape it? Because quite often I want to just check again to see what's underneath. And the bottom thingy tends to move about a bit. This one will also be trimmed to the right size, because I have a paper trimmer for that one. The corners. Also, my t-shirt is suitable. It's on fleek. I'm going to use that one as much as possible simply because it annoys the children here.
Always be on fleek.
To continue the question, I'm feeling a bit better. I started working again yesterday. I left my out of office on. My colleagues could get a hold of me, my directs. Ooh, yes.
Always dig out your ghost walk t-shirt.
Should go to work with my Winchester Brothers t-shirt. To scare some colleagues who are currently getting on my nerves. We were looking at some spooky movies for the season, and it was quite nice to see that Netflix actually has a category called all the jump scares, none the gore. That was actually nice because, you know, I can appreciate a good horror movie, but I really don't like gore. Ah, Edinburgh? Of course. The Burke and Hare tour, I they still do that one, is also extremely fun. Kind of ties into the entire thingy. I like horror movies, but they need to be the right kind of horror movies. I'm extremely picky with them. Just pure jump scares, not so much. We were watching when we had a friend staying over. He's kind of into gore and stuff. For me, that one doesn't really do anything. I work in healthcare, so I'm going like, ugh, yawn. So I don't really see the point in it. I mean, things that really get under my skin was like the Japanese version of The Ring, not the OG one, because it's not the Japanese version, it's the original one. That one was, I actually dreamt of that one, Jesus. That was insane. Simply because it has the right atmosphere and it just... Ooh. Yeah, there's this brand that I like, because I'm not reacting to it, called Catrice. Or Catrice if you're Italian, I have no idea what it's. And they do usually quite often Disney collabs. So they have, I have like a Disney villain skincare set and stuff, which is, their products are actually quite good and affordable. And since I'm quite reacting to things, you know, I'm also careful with makeup, you know. I don't want to spend 60 euros on a lipstick and then realize that, you know, I'm allergic to this one. Because it goes on your face, and if you get any kind of reaction, it's automatically a tad worse than just a body lotion that gives you a rash on your belly or your back or something.
The palettes of doom.
It's nice to see that you're having fun with makeup these days.
Yes.
I usually don't have the time to do makeup in the mornings, but during weekends and stuff, and you know, going out, yeah, sure. And one of my current favorite things to use is old school kohl, like, you know, eyeliner, but like really the old formula. Because I've been using them ever since, like, you know, 80s, 90s. And I rediscovered that one. Hello, Morior. It's okay, we're talking makeup. You can join right in. That's like a powder one. And that one is just awesome. Also getting to the point where I just, you know, wear what I want and don't really bother about trends per se. Hello, Peanut. No, have it. It's yours.
And another thing,
I'm streaming, but sure, go ahead.
the dogs wanted the cheese tack, so, well, the dogs and the cat wanted the cheese tack, so I gave them one slice of cheese.
You gave them cheese tags.
Yeah.
You are weak.
Well, I also had some.
Well, a good concealer, you know, it depends on what you want to conceal. If you have a very red skin, put like a color corrector on it that is green. I'm going for the professional tips, and you know, Flickams is going for the very practical tips, like, you know, bit Granny Weatherwax style, which I like.
That's good.
Well done. Well played. I also realize that this one isn't the most exciting thing to look at, but it needs to get done. I will be streaming next time on Sunday, and then on Tuesday, and maybe on Thursday. I will be streaming a bit more, but I have a couple of cutesy things that I want to make. So yeah. Her pose here, by the way, I took from a frame from the movie, and I may give her a bit more meat on her bones. I was first playing around with the idea of a curvaceous Sally, but then I realized that, you know, you can't go all too much with it because she still needs to be recognizable as the character she is. I'm just covering a bit because the light from there is counteracting here. Right, I have not fidgeted. Go get yourself some coffee, Morior, and wake up. One of the advantages of doing things like this as well is that I have clean lines on my other, on the final piece, and don't have any sketchy lines like, you know, the fuzzy ones. Ooh. I assume that the setup of the new office is going as planned.
Plan.
Yeah, you know, it's also funny, I work in IT as well, so for me, and I used to work in healthcare, so my reaction is always like, you know, is anyone dying? No? Okay, then it's not an emergency. It's a bit dangerous to say because as a bank, if your systems are down, you're, you know, liable on so many levels, but, you know, nothing that I do in my current job warrants, you know, an emergency. It's super urgent. Sure it is. Where is the fire? Show me where the fire is. Nah, I am just... Alright, let me just mark out where I want my lines to be, so I can use my ruler. And get nice clean lines there. And the window edge here. And here. Now I was thinking to maybe put like a golden moon up, because it's nice to have a bit of shimmer when you have something. That is horrible. At my workplace, they have decided to. When I started there, they had closed one of the buildings because they had renewed the main office. Not an issue. They had the main office, a back building, and a building on the side. Mind, this is the headquarters of a bank. And now they decided to first they closed one of the buildings because with our homework policy, which, you know, the buildings got designed before COVID happened. They went like, nah, we don't need one of the buildings, so absolutely logical. Now they decided to close the second building as well and move everyone to where we're sitting. So it's a big reorganization. How they're gonna do that one, we have no idea, but whatever. So last time I was at the office, we're working, and they just decide to, you know, in the middle of, you know, the work, they kick us out because we need to put extra workspace and benches here. Yes, can't you like tell people though in advance? But yeah, floors ripped open, cables put there. And we went like, okay, fine, they're taking it seriously. And then like last week they were redoing everything because of stuff. But that makes you kind of... So I moved away from the light tablet. I'm just putting the lines here that I need. And then I'm going to switch on my ring light so the paper gets some extra light, so it's actually possible to see what I'm doing. I'm gonna give these ones a black outline as well, simply because it's a cartoony vibe. But yeah, what I'm saying, Mario, is I feel your pain. It would be nice if you know, people would just realize what they want before things. We're having an entire project where the requirements changed all the time, so I'm like, decide what you want first before.
All the requirements are changing and then they call it
Defects.
defects.
Fuckers.
That one is one really, as an outsider, is the thing that sticks out to me. They change the requirements and then they call it defects.
Mm. Alright. Let me see, this was that one, and then let's see what I can just... Oh wow, that did like nothing. Like so. Clean up a couple small things. Yes, it's gonna get black outline, but some things I don't want to show through the watercolor neither. Fucking hell, I forgot a line. So, time for a refill of some tea.
Want me to go fish?
I still have in my classic mug.
Awesome.
Oh, that sounds like an extremely fun thing. Enjoy. Pencils. First step of the day. Make things wet and moist. That sounds so wrong. Should keep it for the OnlyFans.
Sounds like a perfect weekend start.
Keeping things wet and moist, yeah.
Yes.
I live in Belgium, the climate is like that, so it's kind of funny. For lots of people, it's a very unpleasant word, moist. I never understood why. I have no issues with that one. Nobody likes moist socks. Yeah, sure. Damp is worse, but a moist cake is something to strive to. You don't want a damp cake.
Damp cake. Just like the doctor ordered.
I mean, so yeah, I'm fixing the saturating the paper so it's a bit easier to paint on later. And yeah, damp in Flemish means vapor and in Dutch. So, you know, with all those vaping kids, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if you would get a cake tasting like that soon, which is equally disgusting as a...
All the things in one go.
There are words that I have issues with in English that just for me are yo. And that's purely because of what I've worked with, I think. But moist isn't one of them. Yeah, to cultivate bacteria at university, you know, a moist environment was desirable, so you know. It's also funny, I have my phone here open in Twitch, so in case of, you know, because it shows a bit things different there. And I see myself on screen, so I'm, you know, brushing, and I see that, you know, my phone is like 20 seconds behind or something, and the screen, so it's really weird to see myself, you know, see the same thing happen over on 3-4 locations. Also, when you paint, you want your papers to be moist and not damp. tape it a bit. Yeah, it's weird because I don't really think about, you know, delay or lag or whatever you call it these days, you know, but it's, you know, when you then see yourself and go like, hold a sec, I just fell on 30 seconds ago, that is not good.
Yeah, I had to mute this stream because otherwise I can't hear what you're saying because you're, you know, talking at the same time twice.
Oh, yeah, how dare I?
It becomes like the thingy that I sent to you the other day, Morior. It's like a news thingy. I think it's the Great Impression people.
Mm.
And the reporter sitting in the studio, and there's another one out in the on the field somewhere in the Middle East, and they're talking about wartime, and the first thing that happens is that the guy in the studio was like, looks like we have a good long delay on things, so you know, if you could just nod and acknowledge when you hear me, so that I know what that you know, I can ask the right questions. And then he starts asking questions, and it's like, you know, he starts saying, how long do you think that this conflict will be? Do you think it will linger on, or do you think that it's going to be a short conflict? And then he waits for a while, and then he goes like, how big is your dick? And he goes, well, it's very short. It's going to be very short.
But it's usually when we watch the news as well, we have like a war correspondent here.
Ah, then Frank.
Rudy Frank. And he's been everywhere, literally. You know, it's war somewhere, and it's, you know, it only feels like war after we sent Rudy there.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise it's just a sparkling conflict. Let's be honest. So he's kind of like, you know, Wolf Blitzer, like almost in you know, maybe not, because I don't think he was a war correspondent, but
no,
you know what I mean. You know, so people just go like, it feels like a legit conflict when we sent Rudy. And quite often, you know, bad connections, and then, you know, you hear in the studio go like, so we go live to Rudy in Beirut. So Rudy, and then, you know, you hear the So it's safe to say that there is not going to be a fast solution to this one? No, indeed. Every fucking time. It just, I just think they write scripts to make it so that, you know, he has to say no, because it's hilarious. But and it's horrible to say, but it does feel like a mark of quality of your conflict when we send.
Yeah, yeah, because we don't have that news anymore.
Mm.
So we haven't seen him in Gaza. So it's not that it doesn't feel real, and it's not that you don't get upset about it, but there's like this slight disbelief that happens up until you go, no, it is a conflict.
I mean, to give you an idea, he was literally, he has a good, what's it called? He feels things quite well in advance, because he went to Egypt because he was like, stuff is brewing there. And he was there, and he was in the middle of the Tahrir Square when shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
Because he knew that things were brewing there, he has contact, and it was really weird to just go like, you know, CNN had a person there, and then we had him there, which was like...
And that was kind of it, yeah.
That's it.
Really.
I'm going to... But also, you know, he's been in Afghanistan, he's been, you know, everywhere, and it's, to an extent, not a quality mod, because that sounds wrong, but it's a, you know, he goes like, I want to go to that conflict, and, you know, nobody even stops him.
No.
Because they go like, yeah, you know.
But also he has a good rapport with people as well.
Yeah.
Because they know, you know, he's a long time correspondent, so
Yeah, I think he retired in a couple of years, so that, you know, also makes you just go like, dude, at your age, wouldn't you like stay home? I just realized I forgot the moon.
Stay home to do.
The moon.
You forgot the moon?
Yeah. Behold the moon.
What do the goblins say?
I don't know, do goblins have a thing with moons?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like that.
The goblins do have a thing with the moon.
I'm making a squig figurine, one of my pile of shame, and it's a loon spider has it.
Yes.
So yes, I'm gonna give a purple night sky. Spiral Hill will be black, as black can be. And maybe a golden or a silvery moon. Because I like the idea of having some satisfying the inner magpie. So yeah, Flickums, I'm not sure I will finish this one today, but it will be finished on Sunday if anything. And we're having a post drop next week, so that's gonna be making this one arrive nicely in time for spooky season. Starting it in light purple and then working it up in a couple of layers to imperial purple.
Oh.
But yes. And you know, currently the news here as well is that it's been local news for local people. We had the football match last Sunday, that turned into chaos and whatever. And well, 2 police officers in hospital. A person got into a car accident and killed people, and it was really, really horrible. And turns out that the damage locally is larger and bigger than they expected. So now several nature interest organizations are also filing complaints because fireboards got stuffed in like badger holes and stuff. And you just go like, what does that one even have to do with football anymore? I mean, you can't even blame it like, oh my god, it's the other team's mascot, because the other team's mascot is like an owl.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, the damage to the stadium itself was quite, extensive as well, apparently. I never understood that one. It's one of those things that I'm really not sure of whether that's actually a thing that happens in America, because I don't really, I can't imagine, Bears and Packers fans, going on, bashing each other's skulls in after or before a game. But then again, I'm not really that.
Isn't there a movie with, what's his name? Elijah Wood about that?
Yeah, but the Elijah Wood one, that's about British hooligans.
Yes, but it's about, he plays an American person who moves to Britain and gets completely enthralled by that because it doesn't exist in the US.
Yeah. In Boston, yeah, I mean. I do remember though a couple of years ago, since you mentioned the car on fire, that ice hockey, Vancouver didn't win the playoffs, and it's kind of my team, and then there was like really riots in Vancouver, but that's like, it's still different, but comparable and equally stupid, don't get me wrong. So yes, I have a couple of more ideas for the coming Kawaii streams. I need to finish the Medusa, but I can do them on off stream. But spooky season and stuff, and I kind of was thinking to do some, maybe a plus size witch thingy, because that seems fun and cute.
Yes.
Also play around with some other things than just what I used to do. Because variety is the spice of life, and to quote the people from Arrakis, the spice must flow, or some shit. It was kind of funny that we were watching Supernatural, because it's fun entertainment, and it's kind of, it's not per se for spooky season. Supernatural is an all year thing. But in the first season, when you have Daddy around, and he kind of looks like Javier Bardem.
Yeah.
So there were times where I was looking at him and Daddy go like pointing at the demon, going, "Listen, Al-Gaib."
I know that the dude plays Negan, whatever, in
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, but I never watched The Walking Dead. I saw the first episode of The Walking Dead and was completely uninterested. So, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, yeah, that sounds...
Yes. But he kind of, he could easily play Javier Bardem's brother.
Yes. Well, that's not something to fight.
They have that very Iberian stern look to them.
The Daddy doesn't approve of?
Antonio Banderas is a bit too sleek.
Yeah.
Spanish, he's, but Antonio Banderas is apparently also good friends with the Spanish king.
Yes.
Which is like, what?
Since their youth, as far as I understand it.
I once saw an interview with him where he was like, his English wasn't the best when he came to Hollywood, and his agent had told him like, no, just when you go for lunch with casting agents and producers and whatnot, just go like say the following sentence like, yeah, that sounds an interesting character, and like, no, I can definitely do that. Those were the only sentences that he knew, and he got his first movie parts because of them, because he could sell it so well. I think he was on Graham Norton or something. He said that one. It was kind of. Yeah, but kudos for having the self-reflection to just go like, you know what? And it's not it's not elementary to learn another language or be as fluent in English or whatever, because I know he speaks like several languages. But
yeah, he still speaks multiple languages, but still.
it's not really that.
It's not unheard of.
No, in Europe definitely not. I mean, we drive 150 kilometers and we have to speak French. You take a train for an hour and it's English.
Yeah.
We do not mention the Germans, but that's also quite close. Whatever you do not mention the va.
Don't mention the va.
Unless you're an orc, then mention all the va. So yes, slowly building up the purple to avoid my paper getting cauliflower splotches. For those who are still following the techniques.
Visit Europe to grasp what? The language thing. That I don't know.
The distances.
The distances. Distances is weird for me as well. It's because when we moved to Belgium, everything is such a short distance, and in Sweden things are not. They're not US short distance, but like I remember like the first job interview I had at Colruyt, and they were it's like a food store chain. And they were asking me where I would consider working, and I looked at the map and I looked at the distances and how long it will take to travel by car, counting in things like how bad traffic would be, and then because you had told me that traffic is horrible, I had like doubled that one, and I was like, yeah, south of Brussels, Halle is not a problem, and they looked at me like I was insane.
But you are insane.
I am, but like
nobody does that one.
But my dad commutes that much, or commuted before he retired.
Yes, but your dad has smooth driving. Your dad doesn't have to go over, the world's second worst, traffic point.
I know.
So,
and it was annoying to drive to Ghent as well, but it wasn't, it wasn't that bad. Like, I get it, but it's, the distance, the sensation about how far something is and how impossible it is.
Careful so she doesn't fall.
To go that distance is weird in Belgium.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny though, because Belgium traffic it's spicy and it's on a level of its own.
Yeah.
And First time I drove in Paris, people were like, oh my god, Paris, it's so bad. And I'm used to driving here, and I had worked in Brussels, so I had to take that horrible traffic junction thing.
You want to quote Matthias Schoenaerts every time.
And it was literally like, yeah, people honk and, they curse at you, and you just flip the bird back and just go like, whatever. But it wasn't that bad.
No.
Then again, I've been in traffic in like Fez in Morocco as well, so compared to that one,
It's like, no, we don't do that one here. That's my new favorite quote.
things that would, kind of freak me out nowadays, even though I used to do them when I was younger, is like, driving in the UK and like, the hillier parts of the country where, the roads are very poorly written down, so you really have to drive on GPS, otherwise you miss your turn. That's things that I would have issues with nowadays. Not that it's left driving, but it's just, you just can't see where the road is. So, because there's so many trees or bushes or cows or whatever in the way that, or they're just like in like a ditch type thingy. So you have hill and then the road in between. And simply because I'm used to seeing traffic come from a bigger distance. South of England, not an issue. North, Scotland, not really an issue, that big of an issue neither, because not that much traffic on the road there. Well, not where I used to go. But it's kind of funny because people just America is, everyone goes like the United States, but technically I perceive America to be something like the European Union.
Yeah.
But with 52 countries in it, and you just call them states. Because the difference in culture between Florida and Minnesota is, I think, bigger in difference than yes, I said I was gonna do purple. Yeah, I mean,
different than Sweden.
Yeah, or Spain and Italy or whatever. A purple sky, which will make the black of the the only difference is that here every country has their own language. You can make a case for that one as well, because dialectal differences
are big. Yeah.
Someone who speaks broad Appalachian, I don't understand them. All right. Carefully remove.
No, sweetie.
Okay, that one needs to dry. Flicker Arms, I have a question for you. Do you want the pumpkin to be orange, or do you want the pumpkin to be white? Because you have white gourds, pumpkins, you know, decorational ones as well. Orange. Then we go for orange.
All the oranges.
Oh my god.
Yeah, for someone who doesn't like puns, you do.
You have a suspicious large amount of them in your repertoire.
Yes.
My punny bone. It was once considered the highest form of wit, puns,
Yeah.
because it showed that you had knowledge of the language. We had we are a bunch of really sarcastic people, and for some reason they had decided, like, yeah, next, you know, art release train moment thing, we want everyone to introduce themselves with a song that's, you know, signifies the team. And you know, they went like the presentation, something just like the Olympics, we're going to introduce each team, you know, make sure you have a song that stands for what you are. And I went like, whoa, the Olympics, huh? Not the Special Olympics? And my colleagues just looked at me and went like, whoa, you didn't even go for the Paralympics, you went for the Special Olympics in one go. And then for like the next 15 minutes we were making IT puns about, you know, functions that, you know, aren't really working as they should in Flemish. So yeah. And the song that we decided upon was She Works Hard for the Money.
So hard for me.
Yes, only to be told that, you know, I have a colleague who's 34 years old who has never heard of that song.
Yeah, shame on that dude.
And we just went like, dude, what? So, you know, of course, you know, we're sitting in the middle of a meeting room at the office, so we start playing that one. And, you know, and he's like, no, I don't know. And everyone's like singing along and going like, come on, dude, how come you not know this one? What? How would you describe yourself? We work fucking hard for the money. It's not appreciated, but we work. It was that or working 9 to 5, but that might have given a bit the wrong impression. We got told to keep it nice in our out of office messages. So, you know, nothing, you know, like extreme, because some colleagues really just went. So I just go like, hi, I'm on vacation, you know, contact my team if you need me. I don't even put a date or whatever in it. It's none of their business. I have one colleague who actually writes a freaking poem every time he goes on vacation. Like, not like, you know, a small thing, like 15 lines of rhyming, you know, how much he's going to miss his job and stuff. And everyone just go like, dude, you know, get a room already, okay? My out of office is usually, I'm on vacation, your emails will not be read, contact my team. I have a hubby who's feeding me chocolate.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's a good hubby. I shall call him Squishy and he shall be mine.
Who is this fantastic squishy person?
You're sitting there, love.
Oh no. Wish.
Oh.
Continue to wish.
You wish him squishy, or you wish that he would give chocolate? Because I can give him a stern talking to and go like, you know, it has come to our attention that you are not provide your lovely wife with the chocolate that she needs and, nay, do I say,
It has
deserves.
come to our attention that you're not squishy.
Hence, you shall no longer be considered a squishy. Shame on you. Okay. But is it adequate if the chocolate isn't there? Unless you're really not a chocolate person, but I think you are, because you tend to buy chocolate when you visit our Christmas markets. Otherwise, that's a weird thing to just go like, yeah, I'm buying chocolate, but I don't really like it. I'm just, you know.
Belgium does make the best chocolate.
Well, there is a bit of a controversy around Belgian chocolates nowadays, because we have a couple of big names, international players that usually are known, Neuhaus and Godiva, and yeah, Leonidas. Leonidas is not as much known worldwide, but really awesome chocolates. And they got bought up. Neuhaus got bought up by a Saudi investment firm, and all of a sudden they get, you know, told that, you know, traditional chocolates which contain booze are no longer okay and stuff. And, you know, have your religion all that you want to, you're an investment firm. Ooh, it should tempt you. I mean, we have awesome booze-filled chocolates here, and they are part of our chocolate heritage. So it got to the point where even politicians were going like, yeah, we don't do that one. Because it is, after all, cultural heritage. And if you don't agree with that one, then don't invest in it, kind of. So yeah, chocolate is a it's politics here. We don't talk politics on the stream unless it's chocolate.
Only chocolate.
It's only chocolate. Only chocolate.
There is no Zool, only chocolate. Now I want to make a t-shirt with the OnlyFans logo, but it says only chocolate.
Well, what are you gonna put as a little animal thingy or design thingy there?
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
Piece of chocolate?
Political chocolate, I vote for it. Yeah, come on, that beats any kind of political party currently. In America, are you Trump or are you Harris? I'm chocolate. That would solve so much. We have to vote here again in next weekend. Municipal votes, and the current slightly right-wing party, we call them, you know, racism light, is fearing because the party who might take over after them are the communists.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so.
And you know, this is the mentality of the city that I live in. You know, the dude has been in charge for like 12 years. And people are just voting communist out of spite right now.
Yeah.
Well, milk versus dark chocolate, but then you have white chocolate, which technically isn't chocolate. And then we have that newfound disgusting thing, ruby chocolate, which is it's disgusting. It's really like pink, like pink horror pink.
Ew.
Yeah, and it's it kind of died out because it's made from beans that aren't fermented 100%.
Ew.
Yeah. Yeah, look it up. Don't taste it. It's not worth it. Trust me. It has a very... People call it fresh. I call it rancid. This is quite a lot because I eat almost anything. It has a rancid taste. Almost like... American chocolate contains butyric acid, which for us makes it taste a bit vomity.
Yeah.
The ruby chocolate one tastes worse. I think even persons who are used to American chocolate will go like, no, this is... It kind of is hardly visible anymore because people went like, what is this shit? So yeah, if you need, you know, interesting subjects to talk about, ruby chocolate, that's a divisor.
Never heard of her before now. I do not want to taste. Sorry.
Didn't I entice you with my lovely description?
No, you didn't. Also, my
So disappointed.
my tastes are slightly less.
Well, me being post-COVID right now, I might actually go like, you know what, this is okay, because I have not much taste.
I'm still having these difficulties with very acidic things. I tried one of the mandarins and it didn't really. It hurts. That's the thing. It hurts to eat them in the stomach area. It's easier to eat spicy stuff than acidic things.
Alright. Right. Pumpkin needs to dry a bit, which means what color should I do the curtains? That is a difficult one. And I need to put the patterns on her dress, but
The curtain's gonna have the same color as the hat.
the carpet matches the drape, yes, but we can't see the carpet, so we need to figure out which color the carpet has.
I don't know.
Well then, what kind of help are you?
What kind of drapes and carpet would you have?
Let me just grind some black on my trusty inkstone.
Yes.
So I can do the spiral hill, because I want to be black as my soul.
I see an inkstone and I want to grind it black.
I'm like, I think my this, you know, since we were talking chocolate, it's a neutral subject. We weird mind leaps thanks to my spicy brain. When we lived in Sweden, I would watch BBC quite often, because you know connection to things that I knew and people and whatever. And we would watch a show which had they would both tackle the garden and the inside of the house. It's one of those they decorated the house one.
Yes.
With Lawrence Llewellyn Owen, I think he's called, and Dermot McDermott, the Irish garden gnome. Yeah, he made awesome designs though. The other one, not so much. But at a specific point, I was like, yeah, he's flamboyant, the interior decorator, and you know, whatever. But at a specific point, someone wanted a room completely designed in the theme of chocolate. And he's like, yeah, chocolate. I don't understand it. I don't get it. So they feed him chocolate in order to just go like, and he's like, oh yeah, oh. And he's like, no, I still don't get it. Those are people who I think are like, you know, should be put on the FBI's, you know, keep an eye on these fuckers because there is something wrong with you.
There's something weird, yeah.
Who doesn't like chocolate?
No, well, you can have the opinion that you don't like it, but don't understand it is different.
I'm like, what? I find that one very, very suspicious.
It's very suspicious.
And now Warrior goes like, shit, I don't really like chocolate neither.
Oh no.
Okay, good. So you don't have to be put on the FBI's, you know, keep an eye on this weirdo list. Well, not for that one. Maybe there are other reasons.
Without king shit.
I mean, the gods know my search history alone should be enough to... as a person who both writes and makes art and...
More search list.
And is a history buff, I quite often just, you know...
In fairness, I have started to do some searches using my incognito tab simply because otherwise the algorithm changes what you automatically find.
I know. Not that it's per se incognito, but it kind of keeps it a bit separate from your other searches.
Yeah, it removes that. It's not that I open up my my Google on my regular and then suddenly they're like, you know, people fisting chocolate up goats' asses and stuff.
What the hell? What are you searching?
Nothing.
Yeah, now you say that one nothing. I'm starting to doubt that one, dude.
It's all part of a commission.
On occasion I do advanced readings as well for you know, authors and, you know, or even beta reading, where you go, when you go like, you know, can you just read it and, you know, see whether there are things that don't add up, and then you just have to, you sometimes look things up and go like, hold a second. So yeah, I don't do that one on my work laptop because that's kinda not safe for work indeed, kinda. I'm going to continue up until 5, I thought.
Okay.
And then see what I'm going to do afterwards, how the energy is.
Yes.
I should get the blow dryer here for...
Is it in there?
Yeah, no, I'll do that one for next session. Or get like a cheap small one, because the one in that we use is actually a really good one for hair.
So let's keep it for hair. Yeah.
So let's go get like a cheap one at like a dollar store or something for.
Yes.
I'm also painting a whole lot slower than I usually do, simply because I'm not 100% there and I want to make sure that I don't make any errors.
Slow is not bad.
No.
Not one of yours. I'm not saying anything.
Like, you know, when it comes down to the work policy on my work laptop, it's kind of funny because, you know, I can't go to Spotify web streaming service because, you know, we don't like that one. But YouTube works, which is weird, but okay.
Weird flex, but okay.
YouTube Music works, okay, yeah, fine, whatever. But I can download the Spotify app on my computer. And run it from there without a problem. I can't open my Gmail. Or use a USB stick.
No, because that would mean I understand not be able to use the USB stick at your office. Because you have like a closed system, no?
Well, theoretically, yes. Spiral Hill indeed. It looks nice with the purple. I might do something like put small spiders or something on the curtains. That seems fun. So yes, a bit of trusty Sumi ink for the black, because that one is really nice and color fast. Yes. And with the new Beetlejuice movie coming out, I see loads of trends with those colors as well. Oh, yeah, good for you. I'm old enough to have had, you know, parents who rented the videotape, the VCR of Beetlejuice.
Just don't say his name, people.
Do you really think he's going to be any more annoying than my current colleagues? I don't think so. I mean, summon him and he go after 5 minutes goes like, fuck, nope, I'm out. It also takes a bit longer to paint like this because it's really blocking in big colors. When usually I do water paints, watercolors, I tend to play around and bleed things more. This is more, when I do this kind of style, it's more cell shading. It goes extremely fast if you can work digitally, but I am, to my shame, still, you know, digibetic or whatever it's called.
There is no shame.
I just don't see use for it. I like what I'm doing with this one.
That's all that matters.
Spiral Hill, the safest place to have sex because you can't get pregnant there. That's a joke that works in Swedish better and in Flemish than in English.
Yes.
Because it's an IUD. It's called
Yes.
spiral in
Swedish.
Swedish and Flemish. I even think in German.
Ein Spiral, you know.
Yeah, but they most likely have the full, like, you know.
Very German.
Yeah, but German is weird because German has, like, you know, extremely long words.
Yeah.
And then, you know, stuff like anti-conception, they go like anti-baby-pille. And you just go like, what? My German friends have quite a lot to explain.
Yes, they do.
Apparently every time I do something good I get chocolate. No idea what it is I'm doing. But
No, me neither.
I'm continuing it. Green. Alrighty.
Okay.
Wait for the green to stop greening.
Gezondheid.
Ah, Nurgle blessing. Fucking hell. At least I'm not having that full cholera typhoid cough yet.
Oh.
As per usual, I'm going to put the colored version so far up in the Discord and send to, of course, Flickums.
Yes. This is good. I'm going to finish this one today, but I'm not going to finish this one during the stream.
I think I need to do the curtains first, but what would be a nice complementary color to purple that's not orange? Let me just look. Let me just look.
Green. Green, what is it?
Like, sage green.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's, you know, if you split it in triatic, then, you know, it becomes orange
Yeah,
or green.
that became very political all of a sudden.
Orange and green.
Orange or green for the Irish people. Hi, sorry, wasn't me. Frog's breath green. Let me look at these. Frog's breath green. That I think is going to clash a bit too much. I mean, that's extremely vibrant. That would work for like centerpieces, but I think if you do the curtains, it's gonna draw the attention away from the centerpieces. But I can take a photo of it and in digital form just put some colors on the curtains and then we can see what works. I think I've done something similar when I did the Dengar last. Because that might be a smart one to just...
Yeah.
And then I can give some options on that one. I think. going to put some color on 0 for as little as he needs. So this one is right. His glowing little nose. It's cute. Alright, I had a plan. His color is red, I thought. I have the images here, sorry. Yes, I remember right. I do have my moments. On occasion. Goes beyond just designing the curtains, because depending on what the curtains give, I might put some a matching color upholstery on the bench. Designing issues, man. Designing issues.
Design issues. Looks good though. I love the pumpkin. Pumpkins.
Yeah, I haven't really done much beyond that one.
No, but the design.
Ah, thank you.
Like, you know, the colors are cool and all, but that's kind of typical color, you know, pumpkin colors. But I love the design. Does he have, and this is because the screen doesn't show nice and I don't want to stand up, but does he have nose holes as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for telling me, because I forgot to color them in.
I'm looking up references for my goblin, and I landed on Sticks.
Sticks is a good one.
Yes, so now I'm looking at this image of Sticks saying, ordering a pepperoni pizza with extra cheese, please. This is going to take time.
Yes. I've been insulted worse by him. The one where he just sinks out of the screen and gives you the double bird and goes like, nee, and even like. Yes, it's Bungle Jeff one. That is being.
Yes, it is a Spongle Jeff being made. It is a commission.
Well, if you ever get around, playing the game Sticks, it's like Assassin's Creed, but you just can't openly kill people. You really have to sneak around.
Yeah, Sticks is fantastic. Also, the one that we have is like, it's called Seeds of Darkness or something. Shards of Darkness.
We have both.
Yeah, but the Shards of Darkness is the one that really is good. That's the latest one. That's the one where they really... And every time you die, he really like harasses you.
First he's like, come on, get the drink, stand up, breathe, you got this.
I have another one up, it's because like, he's holding a skull and it says, you are dead. And he says, to be skilled or not be skilled, that is the question. And fuck you is the answer.
It's a fun game.
It's an old game, but it's still fun. Released in 2017.
I'm like, that's not that old. That's only like 3 years ago. fucking pandemic has really 2020 to 2022 are just completely boom.
Oh, I did not know that it was set in the world of orcs and men. That the first game in that series is like a first-person shooter where you just have to kill loads of orcs.
I don't like it.
And the second one is the first of the Styx one, Master of Shadows. And this is the third one. I'll copy paste the link to it in the chat. Well, to the description.
I need to wait for it to dry. I have no patience.
No patience.
No, the thing with playing Styx as well is that, you know, you just can't go into full open combat because you're so weak in sense of stamina that, you know, you get hit twice and you're dead.
Yeah.
So the key is really to do everything stealthy. Kind of like how you should play Dishonored, by the way.
I don't know what you're talking about. You just said that. It's not my fault that the button for throwing a grenade is just next to the button for stealthy movement.
Yeah, I could have just used a brush for this one, but the eyes are still wet, so I want to be safe that I don't. Yeah, you're still so funny, that one. It's the benchmark for gaming that I hold against him. The more chaos you create in the game, the more chaos your ending is. So he literally does the tutorial, he goes outside, he wants to crouch behind a car or something to eavesdrop, and he accidentally throws a grenade into a bunch of unsuspecting civilians.
That was literally the first thing I did. Well, almost. I snuck down stealthily. I snuck out the window and down stealthily without hurting anyone. Then I went around the corner and then there were guards and I wanted to listen to them and look around the corner. And I threw a grenade and killed like 10 people in one go. And then the next area there were shitloads of fucking rats suddenly. For no reason.
was I have a couple of mobile phone games as well, simply for shits and giggles. And I got a commercial for AliExpress yesterday. Usually it's like, you know, it reaps your cookies or whatever. But it gave, I had to click on it because it was a small Lego, like, I think this big, hold a sec, this big, Lego figurine, which was a dreadnought. And I went like, ooh, he was cute. He was an ultramarine one, and then there was the other one, was I think a Blood Angel one. So I added it to my wish list because I am weak-willed. I didn't buy it. I am, you know, yet. Also, I'm a bit mean. You know, I'm in several, you know, Warhammer groups online, and you know, with the game, it's nice to see new people coming in, but I'm also a bit annoyed that when you just enter a new group and it's such extensive lore that you don't even... Ooh, well done. Or not. That sword wanted you. You know, do at least a bit of research. Don't expect the internet to do everything for you. But the amount of people I've seen enter a group going like, hi, just new to the thing, what's the best Space Marine chapter? Just makes you go like, at least open Wikipedia and look at like, oh, okay, you know, and just go like, you know, hi, I read up on the lore, or I read up on the introduction of Wikipedia. It's not much, I know, but these chapters seem interesting. Give something more than just like feed me.
Feed me.
So I'm getting kind of annoyed at them because it's lazy and make a bit of an effort. So my standard reply to those things is either orcs, but then I go like, do I really want them to play orc, or Tau? And then again, but I was also considering maybe getting some Tau myself, so maybe I should get like Necrons. Necrons is good.
Necrons are good.
Squats.
Squats.
Well, squats are good. The units formerly known as squats. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean and be one of those, you know, like gatekeepers or whatever, but I'm also like, do a bit of research yourself. It's lazy to just assume that the community will do everything for you. And especially in a quite toxic community like, you know, Warhammer can be, you know. If you're an adult, do an effort. If it's a child, you know, it's an opinion thing. But I think at least in some of the groups that I'm in and some of the forums, 10-15 posts, that you just go like, gets a bit tiresome.
Yeah.
Like, you know, small effort made. Hey, I'm happy for the new people, don't get me wrong. Last Sunday when we had, you know, Women of Warhammer, we were talking about them, and then there was a dude who just started, and he's like, oh my god, it's kind of cute. He was like, oh my god, I already, you know, spent, you know, so much, but I already spent 300 euros the past weeks, because he got like a starting box and paints and whatnot, and we're just like, and he's like, oh well, you know, at least it's expensive in the startup phase, isn't it? And we just did the, you know, that monkey meme when you just glare at each other at a table. We just went like, sure. I didn't really have the heart to tell. Well, you can. You know, there is nothing telling you to. But it was cute.
It was cute.
Right, so I'm gonna wait with the curtains up until I can outline the pumpkin already. No, I didn't yet. I am going to wait with that one. I am going to send you a digital copy and I'll just give you some colors for curtains from, like, you know, the basic spectrum, and then you can just pick the ones that you think look the best. That's literally 5 minutes work on Clip Studio Paint or something. So I haven't picked the curtains yet. Because I want to see how the green looks as well.
I can do that one after the stream.
That's
I
right.
can do it now if you want. But then I need the food.
Dude, you're so needy.
Yes.
Give me chocolate.
I'm needy.
I get chocolate. You get
I'm
photo.
needy. Yes. You get chocolate, I'm needy.
Modern technology.
Where did you send it? Nowhere yet. Probably.
I do like a photo of Fafnir I took.
It's a very good one.
Hmm?
It's a very good one.
I know, Flickums, I know. Just only demands, no giving, all the time.
Yeah, I don't give anything. No chocolate, no nothing.
Yes, I'm also the weird person who eats bounties and likes them.
Yes, because that's exactly how it is with bounty. Nobody else eats them.
Usually not. My family.
That's why they're so unpopular in the world. It's strange that they actually exist.
If you have one of those celebration boxes, bounties are usually the one that are left. I do like deep fried bounties though. I have to be drunk.
Channeling your Scottish.
I have to be drunk, but it's better than a kebab. Deep fried pizza is a bridge too far for me. I am happy with the design of the pumpkin though.
Good.
Can already safely outline with these markers because they're waterproof and they are archival grade ones, so they really are. They don't bleed out in the way that I work, which is awesome.
Okay, what did you want me to do for color on this one?
The curtains.
The curtains, but what did you want for colors?
Well, scusi. Flickums said that frog's breath green would be an option.
Okay.
But I think that one might be a bit too spicy.
I'm gonna look for frogs, but
Because it's really vibrant. I have that color. I have,
oh my goodness.
yeah,
Is that this one?
yeah, it's a phthalo green. English green in French. So I have the tone, I can use it. Spicy frog.
Phthalo green is apparently not exactly that.
No, this is light phthalo green.
Okay.
This one, no?
Yeah, but can I use that one as a
Yeah.
reference?
It's similar. I'm gonna put some shading on our goodest boy here.
Just the cartons, right?
Yes, because everything else will be done in black and white stripes as a Jack's suit. That might be an option as well. Let's see what the hubby comes up first with. Let him work.
Work for it. I'll work for it.
He needs to work hard for the money.
I'm just adding the green onto the cartons, nothing else.
Yeah, no, just based on.
Just to give you an idea of how it will look with the rest.
He needs to earn his chocolate. Yes.
I don't need to earn any chocolate, I'm the giver of chocolate.
He gets special chocolate with less sugar usually, because if he eats the normal chocolate, he's gonna regret it later.
I am going to regret it later.
Yeah, because he crashes horribly on those things.
Yeah, because I can't keep away from it, especially when I'm getting using.
Okay, that sounds bad. But how about we get a box of sugar-free chocolate here, like good ones?
Yeah, then it's not going to be an option right now. So.
Yeah, no, but you know, for reference stuff or sugar-free shit in general. Right, I am going to. Color of Deadly Nightshade. But stripes might be a thing. Or if you don't come up with anything else.
I shall send you the file.
You're gonna do a couple of colors or?
I'm just sending you the green right now. Tell me what other color you want.
Just, you know, a spectrum of like, you know. Sage green. I would say sage green. Purple. Purple and black might be nice as well.
Sage green. It's that one. Okay. We can do that one.
Chocolates aren't the local currency anymore. We have some other issues with things that are more popular than chocolate. Which I think is a shame. Bizarrely enough, the most used or misused thing currently is nitrous gas, like the thing you could buy for like if you want to make like foamy like soup things, and you know that was kind of popular a couple of years ago. No longer allowed to sell those cartridges in Belgium because you know young people are using them as recreational drugs. Then they get discarded, and then you know in our incineration ovens they just explode. It's horrible. So yeah, now you can actually hand them in and get €5 back for them, given the amount that we find in the forest here. That's like Minecraft. Right. Putting a bit of shade on our goodest boy here.
Did you say more purple?
Yeah. Eggplant. Black
You already have a purple background.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't say pink, but yellow or I don't know. Give some suggestions. that is a bit vibrant because you can go like, oh my god, brown, but brown is boring. But if I have a nice base tone, I can put like small spiders on them. And spider webs and stuff. Alright, have fun, and have fun with your friend. See you next week.
Yo, see you next week.
It's about time to quit soon anyway.
Yeah.
I will show you a quick photo of how it looks now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, flickers.
Oh,
Because we can decide on the curtain afterwards, because it... Yes, I could start on Sally already, but I want to... It looks a bit, the colors tend to look a bit better on, you know, photo than, you know, on stream. But yes, Sally will be next. But I think once these ones are done, I can also figure out the rest of the color scheme. And then we'll be sending you some color ideas for curtains.
I don't know what you said now, but I'm just sending a couple.
Yeah. And then, you know, well, given the fact that she's holding a knife, it is very ominous. But I'm letting it dry a bit to make sure that it's you know, dry. Well, wording hard.
Words are wording very hard.
And I'm going to round up, to be quite honest. I'm getting to the point where it's a bit much. I will continue on it tomorrow, somewhat. And I'll give you updates on a regular basis, like, you know, colors and whatnot, so you have some fun things to look forward to over the weekend. And then, yes. So far I'm still quite happy with it, so that's good. And I will be streaming on Sunday as per usual. Whether this one is finished or not, you know, if it's not finished I will continue, otherwise I will perhaps start on the Chubby Witch or something, or on the Ferret ones. I have options, that's what I'm trying to say. Any case, for anyone who's lurking and who hasn't said anything, have a good weekend, and see you next time.
Bye.
Toodles!